government in Lagos State, talking about the removal of Mudashiru Obasa and its implication on the politics of Lagos State, especially ahead of the 2027 general election. Hello, Benga. Are you still there?
Yes, can you hear me now? I can hear you clearly.
All right, then let's move on now. Yes, you are painting a scenario of the landlord and the tenant, and I asked who really is the landlord, because we're trying to. My question now is, I just want to know who orchestrated the removal of Mudashiru Obasa. Is it a conspiracy among the members of the House, or there's an interference from the executive arm of government in the states?
Well, there appears to be some external interference, but it's obviously hidden. Some set of people are interfering, because how do you explain this, Femi? How do you explain a man that the same members gave a vote of confidence in November, in December, repeated the vote of confidence on the same speaker, and just less than 12 days after they gave a vote of confidence, just less than 20 days rather, after they gave a vote of confidence, suddenly the table turned. So like I was explaining, there is obviously an external influence. Obviously, someone somewhere is sitting to call the shots. And it's so obvious that the president was not in the know. It's extremely obvious. Because tell me, and that is why you see, we always say this, when you want, what is worth doing is worth doing well. You want to remove the Speaker of the House. He's first among equals. He's not God. He can be removed. But how? What is the procedure? The reason why there has not been chaos all along is because when Ashwaji was leading, when he was present in the politics of Lagos, is because every structure, every cross-institutional relationship was managed properly by procedure. Now, Femi, go back to the Constitution. I've heard lawyers and a lot of people say a lot of things about the Constitution says two-thirds majority. It goes beyond two-thirds majority. If you go to section 99, chapter 5, part 2 of the Constitution, the Constitution also gave the House of Assembly the right to make its own rules. And part of the rules says that before you can remove a speaker, there are procedures. The House was on recess, Femi. The maids, the authority of the House, had already taken into acceptance that we are closing at so-so-so date and we are opening at so-so-so date. For you to be able to go against that authority, it must follow a process. It must follow a process. And I'll just take you through the process. For you to come back from recess, you must, first of all, get a letter from the clerk of the House to the Speaker. The Speaker must assent the reason why you want to come back from recess. Once the Speaker assents, and that letter must be signed by certain number of members addressed to the Speaker. Once the Speaker assents to it, he sends to the clerk. The clerk of the House calls for members for what you call an emergency meeting, because you are on recess and the authority of the House recognizes that you are not working at the moment. So my question is, why the rush? Why was the Speaker of the House, if you say you have majority members, you say you have 32 members, 32 members could have removed the Speaker right in front of him. So why was it not done that way? And this is the reason why it has become so contentious to this day. Okay, the House, recognized by law, still is in recess as we speak, irrespective of whatever Buhari is ongoing, by law. You see, the way lawyers pick a part of the Constitution and remove the other part baffles me a lot. The same constitution has given the right to the House, every House of Assembly, every state House of Assembly, to make its own procedural methods and rules.
Let me ask you now.
So
are you then saying that
stand the test of time?
Are you then saying that Mudashiru Obasa is still the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, or remains the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly?
Arguably.
So when will the House resume from recess?
Most arguably. 18th.
So do we expect
the House is supposed to resume on the 18th?
Do we expect to see Mudashiru Obasa resume his position as Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly on the 18th of February?
Extremely possible. Extremely possible. It won't be out of line if he does. And that's why the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, our leader, has to quickly step in. Lagos is still suffering from a political defeat. A political defeat that we have not come out of. A political defeat that we have not even set up the right mechanism on how to unveil that disastrous veil that has been put over us. And we are yet about 2 years to a new election, or 2.5 years. How do we go into the next election with this? So I expect the internal mechanism of the party to understand that precedence is also very important. When you go to court to argue, sometimes, most times, the judges will go back to what you call a judicial precedence. This one is a legislative precedent, something that has never happened. And under us, to a Lagos that is number one in terms of mechanism, technicality, and what have you in governance and politics, is already bringing itself down the brain.
But what do you think?
So it's very, very important